Hey, it's Marilyn. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to put a name on a sweatshirt or a shirt where it's on an angle on the collar. So it's super simple. Design Shop makes it very easy, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to hoop it. All right, so what I want you to do is, if you have a team, okay, so you have a team of cheerleaders or softball team or whatever, type in the longest name first. Get all your settings the way you want them and save that person's name. Now go into that name and change it to the next name. So just do the longest name first, so that because you'll have an Anne, a Catherine, and you'll have an Ava, and it'll kind of throw things off. And you're probably going to want to tweak each one, so you probably do have to type in each name. So I want you to, I'm going to show you what I did in Design Shop at the very end of the video, but I'm also going to talk it as I'm saying it, so that in case you're already very familiar with Design Shop, you can just move on in case you're in a hurry. All right, so what I did in Design Shop was I typed in the name Catherine. Okay, I think I used the Melody font. It's kind of important to use a font that's a little more straight up and down. The more you use fonts that are kind of angled, italicized, basically, like kind of on this angle or that angle, it makes it a little trickier. So try to find a font, or try to get your customer to use a font that has very straight letters. It just makes it a little bit easier for you. All right, type in the first name, then double click on that and open up your Object Properties window after you type in the name. In your Letters tab, I want you to go down, and you're going to see where it says Line, and it's going to say Straight. Open that drop-down window, and I want you to hit Arc. Then I want you to click counterclockwise. You're going to do a radius of 4 inches, because 4 inches works great for sweatshirts, but please, every sweatshirt is different, but 4 inches works pretty well on most sweatshirts. So it's just a guide for you, again, in case you're in a hurry. And then I want you to do an angle of 180. All right, now that you have all that done, now I want you to go to Design Shop and put on the crosshairs in Design Shop. So if you put the crosshairs on in Design Shop, your horizontal line and your vertical line, you will see that right where those lines meet, that is the center of the design. And it's kind of important for you to know the center of the design when you're doing something like this. So for me, the center of my design is kind of like the top of the side of the E right there. So that lets me know where I'm going to line it up on my sweatshirt. So that's the center of the design. Okay, so I did sew it out, and I do recommend, if this is your first time doing it, sew it out. And you don't have to sew out every name, I promise. It's just for you to get an idea of how to do it. So I sewed out Catherine like this, okay? And the center, I know, is right here. That's the center of the design. So take your sweatshirt and then decide where you want it on the sweatshirt. Okay, so I'm going to put the pin kind of right there on that E, and I'm going to pin it on the sweatshirt. So I'm kind of pinning this piece of fabric where I've sewn it out onto the sweatshirt. Kind of like that. And guess what? That's the hardest part. That is the hardest part. I'm going to show you the easiest way to hoop it. You don't have to worry about any more angles or anything like that. Once you get this done, you're good to go. All right, so let me show you how to hoop it. Okay, now all you want to do is get a good hooping table. This is not a good hooping table. I only use this hooping table for the video. But anyway, Catherine is facing me. So I kind of laid the sweatshirt on an angle like this. All you want to do is forget about everything else. Forget about the sweatshirt. Just look at Catherine and make it face you. Okay, make the name face you. That's all you have to worry about. Don't look at anything else. Now, this is a sweatshirt, and it's about 2,000 stitches, so I'm going to use one piece of cutaway backing. Don't use tearaway. If they wear it, you never tear it. You want to use cutaway. So I'm going to put a piece of cutaway in here like this. And I'm going to smooth it out. If you have a hooping station, that works great. If you want to use your magnetic hoops, that is great too. You can use any hoop. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to use the 15 centimeter or the 5.9 because it comes with everyone's machine. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Then take the ring, take the bottom ring, put that underneath the backing. I have Catherine facing me. Then take the top of the hoop, get the top in first, and push it down. So now all I'm looking at is that the name is angled straight like this. And so you can see that my hoop is hooped where it's straight in there, just like that. So simple. You don't have to worry about anything else. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to press the laser button, and I'm going to get the laser to shine down right at the top side of that E where where the center of the design is. And that's where it's going to sew, as long as I put that little center mark right there. So it's pretty easy. All right, so let's put it on the machine. Okay, so now that it's on the machine, go ahead and press your laser button and make sure that your laser is exactly where the center of your design is. If it's not, you can move it over. Just use your rectangle with the arrows. Press both buttons at one time, and you can move it up, down, side to side, just to get it exactly where you want it to be. Okay, and then when you're happy, you're just going to take the pin out and take the name off and trace it. Just know the trace may look a little off to you, but just trust. Okay, and we're ready to go. Okay, it's all finished. Take the hoop off, take your backing, cut your backing off. This is going to cost $17 for this particular customer. We are in February of 2025. And if you want to get this hoop burn out right here, you can just spritz it with a little water. Just kind of tap it out like that. And looks good.